Welcome home, family. Welcome back to the channel I am. But we are I am. Hope everyone's getting on all right, soaking in these light codes, enjoying the sun rays, listening to the guidance that's being emanated through the ethers in these ever important times, ever critical times as we move through this ascension. And the process does truly feel like it's speeding up. It has been for a while, but every day, each moment, breath by breath, each step that we take, I can feel this increase in speed, and the sense of the time of it takes for lessons to come through, for us to integrate what needs to be integrated, and make the changes, the necessary changes that we came here to make in order to become our unshakable, unbreakable selves. It truly is a pleasure to be able to share these videos with you and to speak my insights, and to anyone who decides to tune in and listen, I thank you. I thank you. Yeah, I feel called to mention the importance of rest. I feel like this is something that I bang on about quite a lot, but it really is being guided to me that with all this light coming in and all the upgrades and activations that are taking place, that obviously there's going to be an extra need for this rest to allow that time of integration. Literally, I think sometimes, especially for myself, when in the summer I'm used to being out and I'm used to going at it sort of as much as I can for the whole of the season, really, because I also know what I can be like in winter, and I know that I can be a lot more withdrawn, and spending a lot more time with self, which I think is, for like most of us, can probably relate to that, innit? It's very seasonal. Makes a lot of sense, and I think we would have been doing that to a certain extent for thousands of years, maybe not quite as much, because we still needed the community living. We were relied upon each other on the family around us a lot more throughout all seasons. So yeah, that makes sense to me. But so that's why I feel it's important to almost mention the rest in this season, because I trust that, just like myself, there'll be a lot of other, like warriors out there like yourselves, wanting to just give as much energy as we can into the shifts taking place. But I feel Spirit's guiding me to remind us that we need the rest, and we do need this time of integration, that it's not a cop-out in any sense, and that hopefully through practice of this we will experience the lesson that is being taught, which is that if we do take the time to rest, next time we come out we've got that extra energy. It's ultimately, I think even the need for rest is it's kind of been portrayed to me in the name of having more energy, still being able to give more, but just knowing that, learning our internal balance, because I think we can all be different with this. So it's just learning what works for us in terms of practices and methods to keep ourselves regulated and in a state of I am. What be the medicine for the moment? Is it going out and socializing? Is it creating a vibe, sparking a fire within, or outside, with the family? Or is it more about tuning into self and just taking some slower breaths, slowing the mind, and allowing the grace of Spirit to show its omnipotent, beautiful face? I feel that the need for faith is becoming ever more prominent as well, with certain things taking place all around the world that, in a sense, the shadow, that's the same shadow that's been in operation, since the beginning of time. And to remember that there has always been an element of darkness. So we need not fear that which appears to be a rising in shadow, for I truly believe the shadow is being brought to the surface in the name of releasing and transmutation. For it is only through this practice of releasing and transmutation, which I truly believe to be an aspect of integration. It's not just a release into the ethers, dissolved and it disappears. Nah, we forgive, we don't forget. We remember the lessons and why they took place. For there is a sovereignty and a truer depth of beauty accessible through this realization than any other state of, oh, it's all love, it's all going to be all right anyway. Nah, I think, which is true, but I believe there's a much deeper sense of truth contained within once we've learned these lessons of why the fear has arisen. Once we've truly sat with it and we understand its presence out there, and we understand it, how it operates within ourselves, how it functions, so therefore we can remain sovereign with where we give our energy to. I feel that this is ever becoming more prominent, the boundaries and how we use our energy, where we share our energy. And I don't know about you guys, but yeah, Spirit seems to be giving me maximum opportunities to be able to input these boundaries and to ultimately guide me onto what I really want. And, you know, showing me what do I really want through putting me in these opportunities and these trials, tribulations, and ultimately initiations, you know, into the realization of the self I am, and walking that mighty, noble path with the strength of my heart and a humility, so I'm able to hold compassion for my dear fellow siblings around me that might not have learnt certain lessons. And then acknowledging the fact that if there's that dynamic, then obviously the reverse is absolutely in effect also, which is that they've learned lessons which I haven't yet integrated, and therefore we can help fill in those gaps that I've mentioned in previous videos of you know, all in the name of our ascension and unity and connection and expansive growth, because I truly believe that's why we came. Love, my family, keep shining. Woo!